Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video. So we have got another news update in terms of a new GX to have a little look at. So it's a pretty interesting one here. I was waiting for the single GXs to actually come out. We had one of them. We didn't have the other one, although I was expecting it, but it didn't happen. But now we have it, but it's together. It's a tag team, but it's pretty cool. Which one is this now? This is actually the fourth out of the 6 cards that were revealed in Tag Bolt, the Japanese set. Which obviously, as we have discussed, it will be coming out in our team up set in early February, and we'll be having pre-releases in late January. So very, very soon indeed. I cannot wait. So, let's crack on with this. Let's do it, guys. So, of course, the background, it does look a bit pink, I'll have to admit, but let's talk more up the top left, let's say. The dark purple. We're on about a psychic type, so who are we on about, or what, or who? Yeah, we'll go with who. Who are we on about? We are going with Gengar and Mimikyu Tag Team GX. Gengar and Mimikyu. That is pretty cool. So, it is a psychic type with a HP of 240, and of course, like we have mentioned, it is a basic type, so you don't need your Ghastlies and you don't need your Haunters. Get them out of here. There it is right there. Oh, it looks so cool. The artwork is insane. Gengar and Mimikyu GX. Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. Wow. So, this thing is very, very cool. I love the artwork, as you probably already noticed. It just looks so cool. It literally does. You've got that massive Gengar there, who I want to class as fluffy, but I really don't know if he would be fluffy. He might be, like, slimy and all. No, we don't go there. But you've got that haunting Mimikyu right in the background there, which I want to say he's on top of his head, but I don't think he is. I just think he's in the background. But I could be wrong. Could be completely wrong, and it might be a really nice size comparison between the two of them. But it's so cool. So cool. Such a cool looking card. Wow, wow, wow. So, let's talk more about Gengar and Mimikyu GX. But before we do that, let's have a little look at the other artworks. So the first one we're looking at will be the full art. So there is the full art right there, and I have to say, I absolutely love the look of this card. It always shocks me how good the full arts look, and this one does not disappoint. You can see Mimikyu and all its glory. The colours are amazing, and Gengar having his mouth open with the shiny white teeth, the red tongue. All the different colours there merge very, very well. You've got the blue outline there, really giving them that satisfying, sort of shocking look. Everything about them just looks amazing. This is another one I'd love to pull in a pack. It would just be so, so cool to have. Just to pull that out and be like, oh my gosh. So nice indeed. Very, very cool indeed. Also, another artwork, we got the special full art, which is right there. Very, very creepy, dark, horror-like-esque looking card right there. Very, very cool indeed. Creepy, scary, and Gengar doesn't really look like Gengar there. His ears are a bit too big, but it just looks so cool. Mimikyu almost looks scared himself. But it's so cool. So cool. So nice. And of course the last one is the rainbow rare of that full art, which again would be an absolute treat to get. I love how both of their eyes are red. That's just a nice little horror aspect there. It really is so nice. So, so nice. So let's speak about these two different attacks. They only got 2 attacks, but let's have a little look, see how good they are. So, first one is for 2 psychic, and it's called Poltergeist. So what does that do? Well, 50 times damage. Your opponent reveals their hand. This attack does 50 damage for each trainer card you find there. So, for example, let's go with something a little bit interesting. Say they have a Guzma, Cynthia, and Lily. That's 150. Say they have 2 Guzmas. That's 100. you take a bit of a risk here, because if they have none in their hand, then you're doing nothing. And you've wasted an attack, which is a little bit annoying. However, I haven't mentioned about an item card because I didn't think it was going to be that good. And I didn't understand why they were printing it. I know why they're printing it now. They're printing it for this, and I completely understand why, because it actually has Gengar on the card. We won't go into detail about what it does in particular, but there is an item card. Make sure you look out for an item card with a Gengar on it, which will help this out a lot. Anything that can maybe help to draw supporters into your opponent's hand is going to benefit this thing. So anything where you can increase the size of your opponent's hand is going to be great. It really is going to be so cool. So let's move on from there, because I think that could be very interesting. It's only 2 psychics, not a lot of energy to put on there, and for 50 damage times however many trainers, and seeing as people do play quite a few trainers, could be a very nice card. And then the last attack, which is the GX, is for 1 psychic and a plus. So what does this do in particular? Well, let's have a little look. Your opponent can't play any cards cards from their hand during their next turn. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra psychic energy attached to it, in addition to the attack's cost, each player draws cards until they have 7 cards in their hand. So it's an interesting GX because it basically locks your opponent from playing anything from their hand. And yes, they could just possibly go back and say, well, turn. But it also allows you to, if you can do this, and they maybe only have 1 or 2 cards, you can say, look, draw 7. Okay, so they draw 7. And maybe in their hand they only had 1 supporter, which would be 50 for you. Maybe they draw into another 2 supporters, which, yes, would go up to 150. So there's a big difference there when they come back to you and say, look, turn. You go back and say, right, boom, Poltergeist, and they reveal that they have 3, that's 150. Maybe you've got a choice band on here, happy days, that's a little bit extra. 180 damage, you're doing some pretty decent damage there. And, if I'm not mistaken, is Buzzwole weak to Psychic? Because if he is, that's going to be very interesting indeed. I like how this thing actually isn't weak to Psychic. It is weak to Dark, which means Zoroark's going to have an absolute field day, especially seeing as a full bench is 120 already, so this thing is gone with a full bench and a Zoroark. So this is not going to be a card for Zoroark, let me just tell you. It's definitely not there. As much as Zoroark will allow you to draw cards and your opponent might have 30 cards, they may have a ton of supporters, but if they can get a Zoroark up, which is more than likely, this is not going to. It's not going to be good. And for an easy 3 prize cards, you don't want to be doing that. So it is just entirely up to you. It really is. It's entirely up to your personal preference as to whether you want to play this card or not. It's got some interesting moves, but I think it could be a very slow, buggy deck if you try to do it, unless there are more cards that allow you to get the supporters into your opponent's hand, which again could possibly benefit them, but it benefits you as well. So yeah, pretty interesting. Mixed response from me, I'd say. So we'll finish this off, of course, when it does get knocked out. Your opponent will be taking 3 prize cards. It is, like we said, weakness to Dark, and it's got a resistance to Fighting, which is not bad, and just a retreat of 2. So, I mean, for a basic with 240 HP for just a 2 retreat, that's not bad. It's only got 2 energies on it, so again, that's not bad. It is pretty nice. Pretty cool indeed. Very nice. But there we go. Like I said, I really do like the full art though. I think that's the biggest out factor of this card I love. The full art just looks so cool. Very nice indeed. So let's finish this off with the Guess the GX, the answer from yesterday's video when we had a little look at our lightning type team up card. I gave you that picture right there. What was that in particular if you didn't get it? I don't know, it might have been a bit of an easy one, but let's have a little look, see if you did get it right. it was Sigalith GX, of course, a card that actually hasn't seen much play, I'll be brutally honest, and I'm surprised why. The mirror counter, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's GX or EX, even if it's knocked out, you put the damage counters on the attacking Pokemon equal to the damage done to this Pokemon. So I just wonder what would happen if a lightning type attacked this thing, knocked you out, obviously, but maybe the double would maybe knock that out as well. Would be pretty interesting. But yeah, it hasn't seen a lot of play, and it's just a little bit weird. Why not? But hey ho, it hasn't seen play. Bye, Sigalith. We love you. Anyway, moving on from that, let's talk about the Guess the GX for this video. So we've got that picture there, that one right there, and that right there. Comment down below what you think that is in particular. What GX is it? As well as your thoughts on this card. Do you think it's the better of all 6? Do you think it's got some flaws? Do you like the artworks? Let me know in the comments below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button below, as you'll be able to check out all of the next team up unboxing stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff to open, and I cannot wait already. I'm so excited for it. Just even talking about these cards are just like, it's just like such a literally like a bottle of pop. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, I am going to leave it here for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And yeah, well, I'll see you tomorrow for another. We'll have another tag team, and you know, that'll be coming tomorrow. So I will see you then. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.